Hello and welcome all my beautiful, vibrant hearts and ephemeral souls who are Taurus suns, have big Taurus placements, or are cross watchers for Taurus. Welcome to your month ahead messages looking at the month of April 2025. I want to wish a very lovely happy birthday to all my April Tauruses out there. We love you guys. We are going to look at the month ahead. I am going to use the oracle cards to get overarching themes for your month, and I will then use the tarot to clarify, get further details and messages. I am having a hard time getting through my words, so Mercury retrograde, which we are currently in, might be hitting you guys extra hard. I have to burp. It was a very little burp, but I wanted to be honest about what was happening. I'm immediately getting this energy of postpone giving an answer if you can, specifically if it's an answer that involves like committing to something. If you can, put it off as long as you can. There's like not forces at work, but there are things being moved around. Yeah, it was 111 on the timer. Your new beginning is arriving. But there's no need to rush it. There's also a sense here where before you say yes to one thing, you might have something else that's beginning, or you might have something else that, like there might be factors about this new beginning that have not revealed themselves yet, and that it would behoove you to know before you say a full yes. So like try to slow play any new beginnings that you have. Try to, again, hold off on giving an answer if it involves like having to commit to something. Oh, there it is. I was going to say, so what's your theme for the month ahead? Some of you guys, like, you want to get going. Excuse me. Some of you guys feel like you're running out of time. At the bottom, we have Lady de los Muertos, acceptance and equality. So again, there's something here where, because this card came out for, I think it was Virgo. I can't remember 100%. But it has a totally different vibe here, right? So in this context, I feel like there's something where before you accept something, there's a need to ensure that it is an equal exchange. There's equanimity, if you will. This could be a dealing that you have with a Scorpio in particular. You could have significant astrological transits happening in your 8th house right now. So let's see. Yeah, the future. Okay. So a lot of you guys, there's a sense with the red, I always view this as like, the red thread of destiny and connected to our, our kind of like our destiny, our fate. A lot of you guys know that you're being called forward. A lot of you guys feel that energetic surge to move. Retrograde sometimes makes people kind of, slow down, makes people feel like they're moving through, through quicksand here. But for you guys, I feel like that's not the case. You guys are like raring to go. You are being called forward to the future, right? To the future that like it's a different life than what you're living now. But there's a sense here to kind of be cautious. Not everything is as it seems at this time, especially where Neptune's about to move into Aries. Yeah, because I wanted to look at this card as I'm talking. We have the Skull of Light with illumination, but it was reversed. There's stuff you don't know yet. So you are correct in what you're sensing, that you're being pulled forward toward your destiny. But it might not be the path that you think it's going to be or the path that you think it would take. So let's get some further details. Yeah, the 3 of Wands. Some of you are waiting for a business partner, but it's not going to be the business partner you think it is. Ace of Swords. Okay, there we go. And the Page of Swords. Okay, some of you are dealing with an Aquarius. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, job energy here. It does not have to be, but I want to note, first of all, repeating 3s, that might be a sign for you. There is an offer to collaborate. Some of you are looking for collaborators. See how they're there? And there's the extra seat and there's the cup. You're looking for collaborators. You're looking for a partner. This doesn't have to be business related. Although I am, I'm picking that up more heavily than other options. This could have to do, of course, though, with, a creative project, with your friendships, with a romantic relationship. You are feeling the surge to move forward, right? That's what's happening here. You're right about that. But there's this sense of like endings and beginnings. Like energetically, a lot of things are coming and going. Some of you, this Venus retrograde is, it's like it's bringing back around this like either maybe renewed sense of enthusiasm, or like something kind of comes back to mind, you're like, I kind of want to try that again. Or like, oh yeah, I was on that path, I really liked it. And there's a sense here where, again, everything is like kind of still moving around. So while you might feel led to a particular path, and you might be right about that, beware the specific offer, right? And it doesn't mean it's a bad offer. It just means that, you know, some people are going to be coming back in for closure, right? That's what retrogrades are all about. Some people are going to come back in for closure. Some people are going to come back in as kind of the last vestiges of who we were or what we were doing. I say this all the time because I don't really believe in the concept of like the universe is testing us. What I think is really taking place when it looks and feels like the universe is testing us is that, you know, we change as people. We raise our vibration, we change our frequency, and that is rarely an overnight process. That takes time, right? That's a transition over time. And so in that transitional period, if we attract things that are a vibrational match, we can attract things that, you know, match our energy when it comes to where we were and where we're going. And in that moment, I would imagine it looks like a test, right? Because if we're attracting things that are very similar to what we used to experience and new things, you get to choose what you want to engage with. So a lot of us view it as a test because we're trying to move in a new direction, but realistically, you get to choose what it is you want to invest in. And there's, you know, it's all good, right? Because it all yields growth essentially. So there's kind of a sense here where, and I'm sorry to be up on my high horse, the air is thin up here, but there's kind of the sense where some things are coming back around because it's time to reignite the spark, particularly ideas. Look at how we have the little shing, the little shining idea here. Some things are coming back to reignite the spark because it is time to move forward in that direction. But some people and some opportunities in particular are coming back around to experience resolution. So there's a need here to be discerning, right? And there's kind of like, again, that juxtaposition of coming and going. I am struggling to find my words a little bit, and, you know, that's usually not a problem for me. So again, some of you guys might have a hard time kind of gaining clarity of thought, or like giving an answer, or you might want to give an answer, but you're not sure. There's a need to honor that. So you are being led in the right direction, but again, to like tread lightly. A lot of you guys are going to be, in addition to kind of having this, you could be having this like, you know, renewed sense of enthusiasm for, like I said, an idea, a project, especially something that you want to pursue with your future, something that's like a part of your destiny, or the type of person that you want to embark on that project with. This could be coming from something you see online, so content, excuse me. You could be, you know, seeing a video about something, seeing an advertisement. Some of you, you're deciding whether or not to go back to school. So there's like this sense where, you know, whatever it is you're trying to, some of you want to be a photographer, or do graphic design. This sense of digital art is something I'm getting. So while that idea is right, the program that you're looking at might be like, you know, you might want to wait before you pick a program, right? That's the kind of example that I mean. The idea is inspired. The way that you pursue it might need to be tweaked. So there's a need here to not commit to anything if you can help it. But let's see what we got with the Three of Wands. Yeah, the Magician. You are manifesting something that you would like for yourself. This is a blessed idea, is something that I'm hearing. Hang on, I see the cards that I want, but I also want to look at this card. Nine of Wands. And this is something that I feel you've gone back and forth on multiple times, right? Is this idea for your future. Some of you guys have had this, excuse me, this idea. And yeah, Seven of Swords at the bottom. You've talked yourself out of it. Other people have talked you out of it. It feels like things come out of left field, and kind of like, it's like, oh, I'd love to go to school for this, but I can't because, you know, like a relative just got sick. I can't because, you know, oh, I've got to move. I can't because this, because that. And it feels like this is something that you really had to fight for with that Nine of Wands. And some of you just kind of gave up because you're like, you know what? Yeah, maybe it'll happen in the future, but I can't seem to make it happen right now, right? So there's a sense here where you have been manifesting this. You are manifesting this. And there is a greater knowing of that with this energy of the veil, right? There's a sensing like, I need to move in this direction, or it's time to take a step forward. See all the butterflies? A lot of you guys can pick up it, like intuitively, that everything is changing. We have a snake in the foreground of this particular version of the Magician. So there is some type of transformation here. So clarifying the Ace of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. A lot of you guys, you're having the, I want to say reunion. So some of you are going to a reunion of some kind, possibly a family reunion. This could be in honor of your birthday. There's a sense here of having this epiphany of what you want your legacy to be, right? What deserves your time and attention, what would be abundant for you, what you want to create in this lifetime, what would be stable for you. Again, some of you are getting this inspiration from family. Some of you are getting this inspiration because you're, experiencing your solar return in the month of April. But a lot of you guys are getting this kind of inspired idea about what the long term looks like for you with the Ten of Pentacles, what wealth, what stability would actually feel like and look like. So clarifying the Page of Swords, we have the Page of Pentacles. I feel like whatever this is, there's a sense here again to start small. There's no malice here. There's no, shady energy at all. But there's a sense where things take time, right? The Page of Pentacles. So I would say that the King and Queen of Pentacles rule the empire that is the Ten of Pentacles. And we have the Page here, meaning there's a long way to go. This is a long journey. And some of you might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed by that, especially if this is something you've been debating about for a long time. For some of you, this will be kind of a sudden epiphany of what you want to build your life around. I don't get that for most of you, but that might be kind of overwhelming where it's like, well, I just had this like inspired idea and I feel like I should go that way, but I'd have to change my entire life, or, this is like, I want to leave one career and then go back to school and go to something totally different. And it's like, I'm not going to be even remotely close to there for, X number of months or years. And it feels like it's a lot. But for most of you, this is something you've been debating for a while. And so with the Page of Swords clarified by the Page of Pentacles, excuse me, I want to say there's a better time for this to happen. There is magic, right, that supports you in your efforts. But again, there's a sense to let something grow slowly. What's the Page of Pentacles here? King of Swords. Okay. There is a sense here to allow yourself to get really clear on your vision and take small steps to start there, right? There's no need in this situation to go hard or swing for the fences, like unless you absolutely have to. Yeah, Five of Wands, because a lot of you guys, you feel pressured. I definitely get that. Some of you feel time pressured. Some of you, it's like, oh, I want to get to this place by the time I'm this age, or like, I'm getting, my brother just made partner, that some of you that's happening. But it's like, oh, my sibling just had this major accomplishment and I haven't gotten there yet. There's a sense here where you see how in this version of the Five of Wands, which is usually it's competition, it can be chaotic, it's a power struggle, sometimes it's friendly competition, but it usually shows five people and they all have wands and they're fighting, but nobody's actually hitting each other. Everyone's just kind of like pissed and confused. This version, it's a maypole and everybody else has their own wand, but this is the only one that's lit up and it's in the center. So while everybody kind of has their own thing and this person has to, they got to run for it, they got to go after it, it's for them. It's very clearly for them, right? This is their wand. And it kind of denotes, because there's no other lights, like little bits of magic, no other lighting around the other ones, that everybody's had that moment, right? Where there's their inspired idea and they went after it, and it's like, it's the right timing. So with the Five of Wands here, a lot of you guys feel a pressure about like, this is it. This is my golden moment, my opportunity. This is the idea. And some of you have been looking for that for a really long time, or you've been feeling like you're floating for a long time. So it's like, I want to grab it now. Totally get that. But what your guides really want you to know is, there is a vision, there's a plan. You might have things all mapped out. Excuse me. You might be in the process of mapping things out, right? Because here's the King of Swords. He's got everything all ready to go. He's the man with a plan. Page of Swords here would also suggest that this is just the beginning process. You're at the beginning stages, but there is a timing. There is a grand plan as well with the King of Swords. And so it's okay to let that unfold step by step, right? Some of you are feeling pressure about whether or not to start something, or like the timing, or like, again, how aggressively to go after something. because there's like, oh my God, I'm going to have to do all this stuff, or like, oh my God, I should be at this place by this point in my life. And there's kind of a sense here of like, you know, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, but also that everything happens in its own time. Yeah, Page of Wands. So this is brand new energy, brand new opportunities. We've had 3 pages kind of poking their heads out here. Some of you are going to get a mentor of some kind, right? Because this is the way they came out. So the king is looking at the page. You're going to get a mentor. You're going to get some support. You're going to get some help, possibly from family. And there's a need here to just like kind of sit tight. We're seeing Libra, by the way, Capricorn and Gemini. There's a need here to kind of sit tight for a little bit, take things one step at a time. You know, if you have the resources available, don't be afraid to ask an advisor, you know, a trusted family member, a coach, a mentor, something like that. You have help from somebody who has more experience in this area that's coming in, or you will have help from multiple people who can help you along your journey. Your path is very, very supported. Many of you, you're just feeling excited because like, you know what you want to do with your life, or you know what's important to you. You had that epiphany, or you're getting that draw, that calling. Some of you want to relocate, you want to move, and there's a sense of like, okay, in the right timing. So just know that this month, you know, allow yourself to get excited, allow yourself to dream, allow yourself to start doing the research with that Page of Swords, but take small steps with the Page of Pentacles. Everything is coming together. It happens in its own time, okay? So that's what I'm seeing for you guys for your month ahead. I hope that's been helpful. I want to thank you for being here with me and sharing your time and energy, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.